Hello folks, welcome to another video. I hope this one finds you well. Something a little different on the channel today. It's going to be a first impressions video of sorts. With a difference. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Regular viewers to the channel will know that generally I start the videos with the aircraft position at an airfield, on the ramp or at a gate, and that is followed by a flight planning segment, generally using little nav map, and then we go flying. Generally speaking, there is a plan to every journey. Today is an exception. We're going to be flying the Baron, that much I can tell you. Resplendent in this livery, beautiful livery. There'll be a link to that in the description. This is the analog Baron, the non-pressurized version. My favourite aircraft in the sim at the moment. I can't start on an airfield because I don't know where we're going today. But there is something that's going to tell me where we're going. And that something is an app that I've recently discovered. It's an app called FSCharter. And what I'm going to do in this video is give you a brief overview, a first impressions overview of the FSCharter app. And go for a fly in this aircraft with the FSCharter app running. Make sense? Before we go flying, we have to actually choose a route. And we're going to use FSCharter to do that. So let me bring the browser up and we'll run through what FSCharter is. So this is the FSCharter login page, fscharter.net. You'll need to register. They do make it clear that this is currently an open beta platform. That's what you're signing up to. It's unfinished. But yeah, you register, you need to confirm your email address, choose a display name and all that sort of stuff. And then you click login. And you'll be brought to a page that looks like this, which is the company's page. At least that's how it is for me. I don't know whether you can configure this to start up at a different page. I've done literally one flight in this thing. True first impressions video, folks. You can set up companies once you've got enough cash to establish one, and you can have other pilots join your company and fly for you. I think, so this is a free, there are two tiers here. There's free, which is what I've got at the moment, free to join, but then there's a paid tier which gives you some other stuff. And I believe once you get into the world of companies and you become a bit of a tycoon, you need to pay a monthly subscription. That seems to be the business model. Unlike FSE, FS Economy, which is free for everyone. So I've got no companies and I haven't joined any yet. I'm just exploring this on my own for the time being. If I want to, what I can show you is that this is the job that I completed the other day. So I've got no active jobs. I haven't selected anything yet for today, but this is the job that I completed the other day. All right, so I went from Merrill Field in Anchorage down to Kenai Municipal. All right, short flight, 56 nautical miles. I carried 119 kilos of cargo and took 5 packs down. It is complete, so I can view that here. And it's like viewing the log in FSE. It actually tracks your flight. I hand flew that one. I did pretty well. I was able to maintain do a pretty decent job of maintaining the track, right? There we go. It was only a short flight. Yeah, so it tracks that. I think it also records your landing rate as well. Does it? Does it? Yeah, it does. Yeah. Oh, I just kissed it on. 60 feet per minute. Terrible weather on that flight. Pure ass to get it on the runway, let alone at 60 feet per minute. Let's kissed it on. Yeah, 119 kilos. I took 5 passengers, whatever fuel I used and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, shows you route. And I made $241.03. I'm guessing that's US dollars. Well, it's virtual dollars. Who cares? It's not real. And I gained 56 XP by doing so. So that's the job overview. So one job, I've got $241.03 in my virtual bank account. I want to find a job for today. and I want to fly the Beach Baron. So when I click the marketplace, this is where you pick up all the jobs. I'm not sure what determines which jobs appear here. I don't know enough about the platform, but there's a whole lot of jobs here that I don't that aren't important to me. And you can do sorting and stuff like that, but I'm going to use the filter because I just want to fly the beach, the Baron specifically. So the B58. I don't want to go that far, so under 300 miles, so something like that. And I'm going to click apply. What that should do is filter the list of jobs showing me only the B58s. That's what I'm expecting. I don't know why it's showing the B36. B58, what's the AS50? Why would it be showing me that? Let me just explore this a bit. That's a helicopter. That's got absolutely nothing to do with my choice. Have I done something wrong? Have I got to do something different in the filters? I mean, I suppose I can do something like multi-engine props, type rating, 1:1, B58, click apply. Does that do something? No, it's still showing me a whole bunch of different stuff. Probably because I don't need that. I noticed back here that there were two BE58s. Maybe if I select that one, click apply. Is that better? Now we're just showing BE58s. Okay, I don't know why you would need two BE58s, but alright. So, let's pick the first one. Where are we going from? Lugano in Switzerland, across to Bolzano in Italia. And it's $810 of maximum outbound pay. That's interesting, because the number you see here is not necessarily the number that you will earn. Let me explain. So I'm going to click the job. 104 nautical miles, boom, boom. And we're flying for Fly Global General Aviation. That's the maximum pay. I'm going to configure it. I want to fly the Baron. So $810 is maximum pay if you fly the PC-12, which is available. You get $234 if you fly the Columbia, and you get $667 if you fly the Baron. Well, that's what I want to fly. But even then, you don't necessarily get all that, because you see, we've got a problem with weight and balance, right? So we've got 5 passengers, 368 kilos worth of cargo, and a whole bunch of fuel, and we're over MTO. So we need to do something about configuring this. What I'm going to do is actually drop the cargo, bring us back. You see, and my numbers changing, my pay as I take less cargo. Basically just want to get under MTO. Right, there we go. So I want to carry 105 kilos worth of fuel, 5 passengers, and what's that? Probably 3 good-sized suitcases. We're pretty full, but you see how my pay has reduced? So you've got a decision to make. I like that part. I can also appreciate the FSE side of things, which is just a number. You add your packs, you add your cargo, bang, within weight and balance limitations. But this, I like that you can kind of visually configure it on one screen. This much I like. So we click next. Do you want to go one way or return? I'm just going to go one way. I don't have time for return. So it gives me some basic information. 50 minutes at expected TAS of 186. That'll be pushing it. Yeah, and we accept the job. Boom. Job is now active in the simulator. I'm going to have to show that in a different segment, how that actually works via the plugin. But before we do that, I'm going to show you the active jobs. There I go. I've accepted this job. It's job number 4. I've got a couple of jobs that I had to cancel the other day. So this is the 4th job that I've accepted. It's queued. It's ready to go. What I can also do is show the flight board, which shows all the current jobs in progress. So I've made it onto the number 2 position here. There I am. I'm scheduled. You can see where everyone is. Recently arrived, en route, etc. There you go. You've got 30 in flight. It looks like it probably limits itself to the most recent 30 in each status. Yeah. So what I'll do is go back into the simulator, go to Lugano, position the aircraft at Lugano, and then show you what the client plugin thing does, and then we'll go for a fly. Alright, so here we are on the ramp at Lugano. Bit of a shit weather day here at Lugano. This looks like one of the Asobo custom airports. Did it get the treatment in one of those world updates, did it? I don't know. Never been here. And this is what FSCharter and FS Economy and all those similar apps can bring to your simming experience. They take you to places that you'd never otherwise think of visiting. And that's the case here. So we're on the ramp. But where I actually start this flight will depend on where the previous pilot left the aircraft, because this is a persistent ecosystem and it actually remembers where the aircraft was last positioned. So that when I fire up the client, which I'll do in a second, there is a good chance that my aircraft will be magically transported to somewhere else on the field. Alright, so we've got the FSCharter SimConnect plugin connected, and it starts by telling you what the active job is, where you're going, what you're carrying, that sort of stuff. It says the pre-flight checks has succeeded. I like its optimism. The job will be cancelled if it's not boarded within about an hour. So you've got an hour after you select the job, basically. Accept the above job and position your aircraft. So I'm going to click begin job, and what we might see is this aeroplane jump. We did. See that? We're now at a different position on the field. You have to board the aircraft, so that includes setting payload and fuel. So we may see the aircraft shift as we do that. You see that? It got become a little bit tail heavy. Normal once you get some weight into the Baron. So the job will be cancelled if it doesn't depart within 2 hours after you've boarded. Fuel and payload have been set. You may want to check weight and balance and CG. Yeah, no, that's what professionals do, so no. Taxi to runway and take off. That's it. So now you've got to start the aircraft, and you can start the aircraft, you know, from in whatever way you want. If you like the cold and dark, if you're a purist, you want to do the full taxi procedure, all that sort of stuff. You can. I'm also guessing that you can do the old Control-E and just, you know, light the fires and kick the tyres and move on. I will probably do a cold and dark-ish start here in the Baron. I won't show that because this video is already going to be long enough. But anyway, you'll next hear my dulcet tones when we are on the runway for departure. Alright, so lined up runway 01 here at Lugano. We've picked a nice day for it, haven't we? Bloody hell, the weather radars... Well, the weather display here on the GTN is busy. We do have some... I think there's some stuff coming through there on the actual weather radar. Alright. Transponders set. We'll worry about warming the packs up soon enough. Everything's good to go. I think we'll call it good. 9,000 is the plan. Hopefully that'll get us over terrain. Only one way to find out. That's to go flying, folks. Let's do it. Alright, power set, light headwind. It'll be runway heading for a bit. And then eventually a right hand turn. Airspeed's alive. There's 80 knots. We can rotate, we are heavy. Positive rate and all that. Rear trim. Into the mist, into the grey stuff we head. I'll look for a right turn before too long. Once we can see where we're going. Anyway, there won't be too much flying in this video, folks. Well, there won't be much that makes it through to the final edit, I should say. I've got 103 of the best nautical miles even that you will find. But I am conscious of the fact that the introduction and the overview of FSCharter has consumed quite a few minutes. So we'll come back on those props a little bit. I got 25. Alright, looks like some clearish sky out here. We should be able to, yeah, we'll head in that direction, I think. Folks, I might see you during the cruise portion, or I may not. I may just end up with an approach into our destination. So I made a captain's call, and there will be a cruise segment of the flight, considering the weather has cleared up somewhat. Looks like 9,000 will be enough to get us over these hills. Not by much, but buy enough. Beautiful part of the world. Don't get over here enough. But thanks to FSCharter, we're here this morning. I thought I'd use this cruise segment to explore a little bit more of the app. So let's do that. So when we were last in the app, we were here at the flight board page. I thought I might explore some of the other pages. One thing that I noticed the other day was this thing called lifelines. Work with other players across the globe to help deliver mission or critical medical supplies before time runs out. Simply create a job as normal and load the supplies. You can take the supplies all the way to their destination or just bring them closer. Lifelines do not take up any cargo or passenger seats on your aircraft. Successfully completing a lifeline will give all players on the platform up to a 3% pay boost for the remainder of the lifeline window. All players on the platform. So you can take the anti-venom lifeline, emergency blood supplies, human kidney for transplant, human heart, anti-venom more. Well, what do you know? Lifelines. Collaborate with other pilots and help deliver critical supplies in time. Do something for the greater good. That's interesting, isn't it? Career page looks like this. So, yeah, you kind of have type ratings. Looks like I can fly helicopters should I choose to. But at the moment, as a newbie, single engine props and multi-engine props. And it tells you how long you've got to go to your level up. And then, yeah, it tells you what the criteria is to getting into the next category. Business jets would definitely interest me. Rank and XP, yep, I think we might have seen that. Achievements, so there's a whole bunch of achievements built in. I've completed one, which was a landing. There's a whole lot of other stuff here. Explore that another time. Leaderboards, this is interesting, but this is the sort of the gamification element of it. People are used to this stuff now. This fella, Max Badel, or Max Badel, leading the way, almost 10,000 hours on the platform. What do they say? It takes 10,000 hours to master something. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Master Max Badel. My rank is 1466th in terms of hours flown. Well, yeah. So that tells me there's about 1,500 pilots on the thing. What else can I show? What other stats? Oh, here we go. How much money? I'm guessing Max Badel. Yep. Holy shit! Oh, he's earned decent wage. Holy shit. So 10,000 hours gets you 889 million virtual dollars. Have a look. Have a look at the fortunes of everyone. Bloody Nora. Alright. My rank. Oh, I'm a bit higher in the rankings in terms of the money. Oh, yeah. Whatever. Look, I don't do it. I don't do it necessarily for that, but I mean, for like this part of it, the leaderboard thing. Yeah, it wouldn't really interest me, but folks, it's there in case you're interested. Best landing rate. How do they? My best landing rate's 60, which is probably too much of a greaser. It looks like 150 is the golden number, is it? That's what it looks like. So if you hit 150, you're a champion. But my 60, nah. I rate pretty poorly. Okay, anyway, doesn't matter. Banking. What do we got here? Oh, yeah, not much to show. That's my balance. But yeah, you can see your transaction record. Feedback, you can provide feedback to the developers, I'm guessing. There we go. In platform. So, you know, with FS Economy, you've got a separate sort of forum area, and then you've got the main FS Economy operations thing. They're separate. This is all built in. Aircraft database, and how much the aircraft cost, I guess. So if you want to buy an A320 CEO, it's 15 million buckaroonies. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever be in the market for that. Documentation, yeah, we saw that before. Download the plugin. Enables you to download the plugin. X-Plane, MSFS and Prepared. Okay, so it's just the latest version of the Microsoft Sim. I was thinking it might also apply to the FSX and stuff, but it doesn't. Settings. I don't know what this actually does. You can change some profile information. Yeah, sort of virtual tours to help with your onboarding, I think the cool kids call that. Change your currency, change your weight, allow session recording. That's interesting. Session recording. Well, it does record some stuff, right? Yeah, and delete your account. Anyway, folks, that is, for what it's worth, a very quick overview of FSCharter. So if you're in the market for a career add-on even, and you aren't familiar with FSCharter, well, now you are. And maybe that will bring something to your simulation caper that wasn't there previously. I don't know whether I'll continue in it. I might continue to explore it for a little while. I'm pretty heavily invested in the old FS economy world, but that said, an old dog can learn new tricks. Folks, I'll see you next for an approach. Alright, concluding stages, folks. Lugano Airport, 11 becoming 12 o'clock position. We're getting a little bit low. This has been a beautiful flight. Once the weather cleared out of our point of departure, which escapes me right at the moment, Lugano, that'd be it. Yeah, and this last few minutes here, just navigating my way into the valley here, lining up for an approach onto 01. Absolutely beautiful. And 150 knots. My apologies to those of you that were looking for more of the flying element in this video, but really the focus of the video was to have a look at FSCharter. There are some videos, and some viewers would argue most videos on this channel, where the flying is incidental sometimes. I don't know whether we've got an aircraft coming at us. I see some lights. We're a little low on the profile. We'll take our first stage of flap here. This is absolutely gorgeous. Serious amount of stuttering though. We'll see how we go for the rest of the flight, but yeah, regular stutters for the last few minutes. I got all the reds. I fear that an aircraft is headed our direction. We basically got nil wind here. Gear down. Retrim. No excuses for screwing this up, other than general incompetence, really. Landing flap now. Props fully fine. A bit low on it. Here we go. Bolzano, Italy, runway 01, folks. Alright, we nailed the centre line. We'll see what our landing rate is in a little bit when I bring up the client to conclude the flight. Get our flaps coming up. We'll depart the active here. Ooh. Dodgy rudder pedals have got me again. We'll take a right here. Folks, welcome to Bolzano, Italia. Shout out to all of my Italian viewers. The Bozen Airport here at Bolzano. Where should we park? Somewhere. Wherever we park is where the next flight's going to start. So where can we park? Somewhere up here, maybe? Where's a good parking spot? Ah, bugger it. We'll put it in here. Here we go, on the brakes. Alright, the parking brake will be set. I'm going to fire up the client to finish the flight. And here is the client. Right, fuel consumed, landing rate 94. That was all right. Disembarking, cut your engines. I can oblige. Just a moment. There we go. Setting final position. We're all done. Flight completed. And that's it, folks. FSCharter. First impression thereof. Thanks for your company in another video, folks. Stay safe. Enjoy your simming. And bye for now.